Welcome to the Royal Calcutta Turf Club Monsoon meeting, the final day, the 10-day Wednesday, 26 October 2022 race preview. The first race of the afternoon is the True Colours Handicap for horses rated 61 to 86, rated 41 to 66, eligible to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. First runner we are looking at is OSS. OSS had one start, one win in race number 27, where it went over 1200 meters, took the turn in fourth spot, then made gradual improvement down the center and then took charge into the last 100 meters or so and won that race, beating D-Night Mysore. Moving on to number 2, Phoenicia Glint has had 4 starts, has been very consistent. First up, it finished on 2nd in race number 5 behind Bayet, finished on 5th behind OSS in race number 27. And next start, race number 38, it finished on 3rd behind Exotic Queen. In his last start, took the turn very wide and made some late gains and eventually came out and finished on 2nd behind Full Volume. Next up, we got Nova, has had one start, one win, where in race number 23, where it went over 1400 meters, took the turn in 2nd spot, then took charge into the last 250 meters and then kept on galloping. Stockbridge, who was the favourite, kept on chasing Nova but didn't have any answer for the acceleration of Nova, and Nova won that race by a length and a half. Number 4 is Ghost, has had quite a few starts. Ghost finished on 4th in race number 5 behind Bayet, finished on 5th behind Indian Tiger in race number 12, finished on 3rd behind Silver Rita in race number 20, finished on 4th behind Secret Pearl in race number 30, finished on 4th behind Stockbridge in race number 31. In his last start, it finished on last of 7 runners behind Silver Rita over 1400 meters. Moving on to the second race of the day, the Annihilator Plate for maiden horses, 3-year-old only, rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. Couple of runners we are looking at first. Number 1 is Big Brown, who had one start in race number 34, where it took the turn in 4th spot, made some late gains and finished on 3rd. The other runner we are looking at is number 5, Sporting Trainer, earlier known as Too Much Politics, has had 3 starts. First up, it finished on 4th behind Harvest Time in race number 15. It finished on 4th again behind Divya Shakti in race number 19. In his last start, took the turn in 6th spot, made up a couple of placings and finished on 4th. The winner here was Dr. Doom, who won that race by almost a length. Moving on to number 2, Island Lass had a start in race number 50, where it took the turn in 5th, 6th spot and then tried to accelerate, took the inside run but was not really accelerating the way we would like and eventually finished on 5th of 8 runners. The winner here was Aircraft, who took charge into the last 200 meters and won that race by 3/4 of a length. Moving on to the third race of the afternoon, the Sir Ali Handicap for horses rated 1 to 26 to be ridden by jockeys of Indian nationality to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. First up, we look at Daddy's Dream X Battle Ready. Couple of starts for Daddy's Dream. First up in race number 25, went over 1100 meters, took the turn in 7th spot, did not make any further improvement, finished on 7th of 7 runners. The winner there was Star Justice. In his last start, went over 1400 meters in race number 36, took the turn in 2nd spot, weakened and finished on 6th of 7 runners. The winner here was Kiefer. Number 2 is Jugaad. 3 starts for Jugaad so far, has been unplaced in all his 3 starts. First up in race number 21, it finished on 7th behind Nazakat. In race number 26, where it went over 2000 meters, took the turn in 5th spot, weakened and finished on last of 6 runners behind Rowdy. In his last start, took the turn in last spot, made up a placing and finished on 8th of 9 runners. The winner here was Devyuska. Number 3 is Magneto, has one start. Magneto in race number 34, where it took the turn in last spot, made up a placing and finished on 6th of 7 runners. The winner here was Dr. Doom, who won that race by almost length. Moving on to number 4, Script, who's had 5 starts so far in the season. His best start was in race number 2, where it finished on second behind the Mentalist, and in race number 19, where it again finished second behind Divya Shakti. In his last start, Script took the turn in 5th spot in very dark conditions, then made some gains and finished on 4th of 7 runners. The winner here again was Divya Shakti. Moving on to number 5, Mars, who had raced in Bangalore earlier on, finished on 9th in race number 122 there behind Queenstown. Its first start on the Calcutta Monsoon track in race number 2 took the turn in 5th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 4th of 8 runners. The winner here was the Mentalist. Couple of runners we are looking at. Number 6 is Sun God. Sun God has had 4 starts without placing in any of his 4 starts. First up, it finished on 8th behind Tiago, then it finished on 5th behind Pot of Gold. Next up, it finished on 6th behind Randolph, and his last start over 1100 meters in race number 37 took the turn in 7th spot, made up a placing and finished on 6th. We had number 8 is Tahu, who's had 3 starts. First up, it finished on 5th behind the Mentalist, then it finished on 3rd behind Light in the Sky, and his last start took the turn in 5th spot and eventually finished on 5th. The winner here was Jinsuku. Number 7 is Wandering Angel. Wandering Angel has had 4 starts without placing in any of them. First up, it finished on 6th behind the Mentalist in race number 2. In race number 8, it finished on 5th behind Sicily. In race number 13, it finished on 6th behind Light in the Sky. In his last start, where it took the turn in 5th spot, did not make any further improvement. Finished on 5th of 6 runners. The winner here was Divya Shakti. Moving on to the 4th race of the day, the Amazing Handicap for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26 eligible to be ridden by jockeys of Indian nationality, to be run over a distance of 1800 meters. First up, we're looking at number 1, Mandolin, had a start in race number 3 where it went over 1200 meters and finished on 7th behind Queenstown. In his last start, Mandolin went over 1400 meters where it took the turn in 4th spot, made up some late gains and eventually came out and finished on 2nd behind Livisilla, who won that race by almost 4 1/4 lengths. Next up, we got number 2, ASOS, has had 5 starts. First up in race number 12, it finished on 3rd behind Indian Tiger. Next up, it finished on 4th in race number 18 behind Vanguard. In race number 25, it finished on 3rd over 1100 meters behind Star Justice. In his next start, in race number 42 over 1400 meters, it finished on 7th behind Divya Shakti. In his last start, went over 1100 meters, took the turn and eventually finished on 3rd behind Joel Lafayette, who won that race by a length and a quarter. Number 3 is Rimmel, who has had a couple of starts so far, along with number 5, Creation of God, who's also had 2 starts so far in the season. Rimmel, first up, it finished on 4th behind Nazakat over 1600 meters. In his last start, went over 2000 meters in race number 26, took the turn in 2nd spot, weakened slightly and finished on 3rd. Number 5, Creation of God, first up, it finished on 3rd behind Nazakat. Next up, it took the turn in 4th spot, eventually came on and finished 2nd behind Rowdy, almost a couple of lengths behind the winner. Number 4 is Rashpudian Green. 1 start for Rashpudian Green so far on the Monsoon track after coming down from Bangalore. In his first start in race number 40, took the turn in 6th spot, was seen labouring for the first part of the race, but then into the last 250 meters started really accelerating, but the race was already over. Devyushka had a winning margin there, and Rashpudian Green came out and finished on 3rd of 9 runners, almost 5 lengths from the winner. Moving on to number 6, Randolph, who had a benefit of run in race number 13 where it finished on 5th behind Light in the Sky over 1100 meters. Next up, it stepped up in distance, went over 1400 meters in race number 33, made this a start to finish affair and won that race by almost 3 lengths, beating Act of Magic. Number 7 is Revolution. Revolution had a start in race number 42 where it went on a start to finish affair, and then when asked for further acceleration, there was nothing in the tank left for revolution, and eventually finished on a tame third behind Divya Shakti, who won that race by a widening margin of a distance or so. Moving on to the fifth race of the afternoon, the Monsoon Cup, the final feature of the season. This is for horses 4-year-old and over to be run over a distance of 2000 meters. First up, we look at a couple of runners who went up against each other over 2000 meters in his last start. First up, we had the winner, Psychic Force, who had a start in race number 17 where it went over 1400 meters, finished on 6th behind Tigrio in its last start. Psychic Force was given an easy run until the last 600 meters where it started progressing. The other runner, Redoubtable, who also had a start in race number 17, finished on 2nd behind Tigrio, and Redoubtable here went on a start to finish mission, veered out on the extreme outside and lost all his chances, lost to Psychic Force by a length and 3/4. Couple of runners again. Number 2 is Victorious Sermon, who came down from Western India after winning in race number 73 over 1600 meters there. In his first start on the Monsoon track, Victorious Sermon was lying in 2nd spot, then got into a battle with Sea Lion, and it was a ding-dong battle down the straight. Eventually fell short by a long neck. The other runner is Consigliere, who's had 4 starts, finished on 5th in his first start behind Agnostics, and then it finished on 3rd in race number 35 behind Psychic Force. In his last start, it finished on 6th behind Sea Lion. The 6th and last race of the season, the Reliable Handicap for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible to be ridden by jockeys of Indian nationality to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. First up, we are looking at 2 runners. Number 1 is Pontius Pilot, who had a start in race number 39. The one we are looking at took the turn in 9th spot and eventually finished on 9th of 10 runners. The other runner we got is number 2, Sheer Force. Sheer Force was traveling in 2nd spot, as you can see down the center, eventually weakened slightly and finished on 5th of 10 runners. The winner here was Full Volume, who has subsequently won again. Number 3 is Santana. Santana had a very impressive winter season where it won a couple of races. In its first start on the monsoon season, it in race number 30 went over 1200 meters, took the turn in 2nd last spot and made up a placing, and eventually came out and finished on 8th of 10 runners. The winner here was Secret Pearl, who won that race by a length and a half. Number 4 is Bahulian. Bahulian in race number 20 was traveling in 3rd spot. This run was over 1400 meters. Then challenged for the lead to Silver Rita, but fell short by a long neck, and Silver Rita has subsequently won again. Next up, we got a couple of runners. Number 5 is Thiago, who started the season on the bang. Couple of wins in race number 6, beat Ember Glow, and race number 14 beat Regency Gold. Subsequently, it finished on 2nd behind Full Volume. In its last start, Thiago finished on 5th behind Risina Star. We also had number 6, Indian Tiger, who had a win in earlier part of the season in race number 12 over 1100 meters, where it got the measure of Cape Tanneros in a blanket finish. In its last start, Indian Tiger came out and finished on 4th behind Risina Star. That's the lineup for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck to you and see you at the races.